Happy birthday, Stuttering John. He's 60 years young today, October 4th, 2025. And he's got his griftathon going. He was going to he let this out of the bag yesterday because he was talking about having a special guest on for his big birthday show. It was going to be Lardif. I was going to say Cardiff. Lardif. Same guy. Was going to be given the invite. And John was contemplating it. And then he went, I don't know. That guy's been a real jerk to me over the years.
He has to mull it over.
Yeah, he literally goes, I thought about it. I'm like, nah, I'm not. Hey, wait a minute. This guy's a jerk. How could I forget about that? So, John's birthday today. Of course, he's trying to get as much money as he can for his birthday, and then he claims this is his last ever podcast. It'll go off the air again. Doesn't sound like you're buying
his
it.
Channel's about to be demonetized, and he'll show back up again.
Yep. Doesn't sound like people are buying this.
Or Monday.
Well, as you guys know, I'm involved in a very frivolous lawsuit with Stuttering John right now, as is my buddy Shuli Agar from the Uncle Rico Show. And they did something fantastic last night on the Uncle Rico Show. They had Anthony Cumia on, and they were promoting our GoFundMe, which you can find at fightthedabbler.com. This is our GoFundMe, and it's cranking right now. We appreciate that. We're up to over $17,000 raised for our legal fee. Oh, shit. This is crazy. All right, we have a competition going on right now that's very exciting. So Anthony Cumia put in $1,000 last night during the show, and then Dan Varney put in $1,000. Dr. Steve decided to one-up them just earlier today with $1,001, and now Dan Varney is at $1,002. Amazing. Thank you guys for doing that. Josh Johnson, Christian Sly, look at this. Tom R put in $350, Dr. Steve put in $351. Chris put in $352. Well done. I'm loving the competition.
Yeah, I donated as well, but not that much because I really don't care what happens with this lawsuit either way.
I was on top for almost a whole day.
That's amazing. Thank you, Chris. Appreciated. Robert Bayagich, $300. Brian Kowalczyk, $250. David Clements, David Woolman, Sarah Hills, A. Lang, Artie Lang gave us $200. That's nice. Matthew Nicholson, Tom Woditsky, Todd Woditsky, Susan Schmidt, some anonymous coming in. So thank you all who have contributed to this. We've had over 260 donations already coming into the
No one's going to dare top Dan Varney. They wouldn't dare.
No, that would be rude.
Yeah.
No one would think that's going to happen for sure. So this was great. And also thanks to Dave Daffler, who said that last night he would match any donation that came in, which really got people donating, contributing. So thank you very much for that, Dave, and everyone who's contributed so far. No matter how much you've contributed, it's helped. We are getting sued by Stuttering John. And so Anthony Cumia on the Uncle Rico Show last night was talking about how he wants Stuttering John to sue him. And Anthony tweeted out to the Cape Coral Police that John drives drunk on Sundays. And he tagged the Cape Coral Police in this post. The reason why he did that is because John has been tweeting at WABC and saying that Anthony's racist and that he should be fired. So John's trying to get Anthony fired from his radio job. And in return, Anthony's pretending he's trying to get John arrested. for driving drunk. No, it's so ludicrous and ridiculous. You can't tweet at a police department and tell them to pull people over. Yeah. It's just not how that works. But John got very upset about this, as we'll see coming up. But first, I wanted to show you Anthony on with Shuli and the gang last night talking about wanting to get sued.
Law license. That's why
I swear to you, if a process server comes here to serve me with a John Melendez subpoena or a fucking lawsuit or anything, I will invite him in. We'll drink. We'll sing karaoke.
Yeah.
I will have so much fun with this guy because it will be the beginning of the greatest fucking segment of the Dabbleverse that I'm involved in. Please, John, please sue me. I'm begging you to sue me.
I know. Can I just suggest something? I know how John works. John, how much does Cumia have to pay you for you to sue him? What's the number?
All right, let me try.
man.
John, if you don't, you're a pussy boy.
Oh.
And by the way, even if he sues me, I'll still pay for his law school. If he's That's the kind of guy I am. Holy shit.
Defamation is the act of harming someone's reputation by making a false statement of fact about them. It can be written or
So now they're pulling up clips from John's show on Thursday, and he's talking about suing Anthony for defamation. And of course, he goes to Google Gemini or whatever the AI thing is here to read what defamation is, as if no one knows about this.
Right.
What's this defamation thing you're talking about? So they're having a laugh at this because John doesn't realize that you can't harm his reputation more than he has harmed it.
spoken. To prove defamation, but statements must be false. Published to a third party, aka Twitter, and cause damage to the person's reputation. Yes, he's trying to get me pulled over.
I got news for you. When you go out of your way to cut the sleeves off your shirts, you have no reputation that can be damaged. All right, you're already damaged.
That's great. I'm trying to get him pulled over. That isn't even a thing.
Yo.
If you're weaving over the double yellow, if you're not stopping for a stop sign or a stoplight, they will pull you over for being drunk. If someone saw what I said, which is this is John Melendez. He drives drunk, especially on Sunday, and they see the plate and the car and go, oh, for some reason, I'm an Anthony Cumia fan. I've seen what he said. Let me put my lights on, pull this guy over, and see what it's all about. Is that me?
No.
I don't think that's me. If you're sober, what do you have to worry about? But you're fucking drunk. You drive drunk, John.
Not to mention, you still have to be drunk once you get pulled over. So he may be he may be the first guy to ever get a DUI and then sue you for getting him pulled over while he was drunk.
Surely, there was a time. There was New Year's Eve.
All right, then he goes into a time he was trying to get pulled over because he was sober.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's like John gets pulled over from his own accord, and then he sues Anthony while he's undergoing, jail time and everything else for his DWI. No, I never would have been caught driving drunk had Anthony not ratted me out to the police.
Oh, he'd be complaining to the police while he's doing the field sobriety test.
Oh,
yeah.
But can you put one foot in front of the other? I could, but Anthony got me pulled over, and I'm going to sue him.
The way John's acting in that little clip there, John's probably thinking like, oh, they're going to set up a speed trap, or they're going to be tailing him like, Henry Hill in Goodfellas. The helicopters are going to be following John down the interstate. He's looking around.
So Anthony's really trying to antagonize him on the show.
No.
I think he's drunk every second he drives. There you go. Put that in the fucking lawsuit, ass fuck.
So because John's going, I don't drive drunk. I've never drive drunk. All this shit. And so Anthony goes, you know what? Maybe just saying he drives drunk isn't enough to get a lawsuit. Maybe I'll take it a little bit further.
Which was harm to reputation. The statement damaged a person's
Good luck proving that.
character or standing.
Lawsuits will this guy pursue at one time? It's amazing. John, please, I beg you. I want more than anything for you to fucking sue me. Please.
There are people that they do not want to work. This is their career path, is to find a case, find some sort of lawsuit, get some sort of company up against the ropes and have them settle, and they get a payday, and that's their game. This is his dream job, is to win a court case, to win money in the court.
Yeah, this is John's version of slipping in a supermarket.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post on my Twitter, which has a fuckload of followers. I'm gonna post, and this has nothing to do with you or this show. This is my personal what I'm saying. I'm gonna post on that is that John Melendez raped a woman in Las Vegas during one of the shows. There it is. I know this for a fact. I'm posting it, and that's the fact now. And now it's true. Go ahead. Go ahead.
John, ball's in your court, I guess.
Ball's in your court, motherfucker. Sue me, you dumb fucking retard.
Well said.
Wow.
Yeah, so Anthony's coming in guns a-blazing. He's looking for a lawsuit. He wants to get on the action.
Anthony's very indifferent on most of things in life. Like, he has very few things that he's extremely passionate about. I'm glad to see him diversify his portfolio and finding new channels and new things to enjoy life more.
I agree. It's not all about just black people. There's other things in the world to be angry with.
He'll find a way to make it that way. But
true.
In the time being, we'll enjoy this.
Okay, so they were responding to what John was saying on Thursday. On Friday morning, it's Clay Day. John has his buddy Clay Dabbler on the show. And John talks about how, I can't believe Anthony would say I drive drunk when I don't drive drunk. And watch Clay's reaction here.
No, but I'm just saying, but when it's defamatory, then it becomes a problem. It's like when Pocky tweets to the Cape Coral Police Department and says that I first used that video and says that I was speeding, which I wasn't, and then says that I always drive drunk. That's defamatory. There's no proof of that, not an iota. So if you say that shit, then sorry, then you're fucking, that's defaming me. Because I never drive drunk.
Oh, sure.
Like, how dare you? The Duke will never die.
I never drive drunk. Clay goes, yeah, sure. And just the fucking elephant thing.
But Carl, that's defanning him.
Defanning him, yes. Defanning the flames.
The other fun thing, too, is if I'm remembering correctly, remember when Cardiff got the body cam footage of him getting pulled over?
Yes.
I think there was something in there where John wasn't making any sense, where the cop was suspicious. He goes, do we need to take a sobriety test? And John's like, no, I'm fine. And the cop gave him the benefit of the doubt. But there was already suspicion there that the cop's like, this guy might be.
I couldn't believe he didn't pull him out of the car.
No shit.
Right.
The way that John was behaving, I'd be like, oh, this guy's wasted. Especially in Cape Coral.
Do you know my cop
Most people
friend in
are wasted.
Tampa?
Yeah, I'm talking. No, he didn't even say Tampa. He just goes, I'm talking to my cop friend. Do you know him?
Oh,
and the
right,
guy
yeah.
just went like, all right, here's your ticket, sir. The other thing, too, was he gave the registration to a Toyota, a 2014 Toyota. When he goes, this is a 2014 Toyota. He's like, oh, that's not it. Maybe it's in my trunk. He's like, all right, don't worry about it. Why would you have a registration in your trunk?
That's a lot of leeway that cop
He gave a lot
him.
of leeway to that guy. I think the cop his shift was ending. He was trying to get back to the station and call it a day.
I got to get away from this guy. He smells terrible.
Yeah, there's also that. All right, so I pulled clips from yesterday morning show with Clay Dabbler. But before we get into that, because there's a lot of interesting things that are said, Adam Bush sent this to me. Adam texted me this video clip, and I think that John is not understanding which of the hosts of WATP do this specific thing that he's complaining about.
Here, let's broadcast like Lady K, okay? You ready? So anyway, I'm hanging out. Today, I got up, I had to do some stuff on some matters that I don't discuss. And then I got that done. Hitman Dan had to borrow my car to go to Lowe's to fix his bathroom, and then he showed up late here. I told him to get here between 1 and 2, and he got here at 2:01 actually. So then I had to get to the gym, almost passed out at the gym, came home, took a shower, had to eat something. Because I only ate one McDonald's hamburger, a few fries yesterday, and then some lentil soup with some soup crackers last night. And a couple of
He could have stopped at any time.
lightsabers. That's how this fucking idiot broadcasts. He looks to the side and he thinks he's a fucking pro.
So that's the crazy thing about this. First off, he was actually saying what he was going to say on his show. I thought the thing that he was making fun of me was for telling mundane details of my life. I don't do any of those things.
There's a lot of details.
There's a lot of details that he was going through about how much of the McDonald's he ate and everything like that. I never talk about anything like that. I talk about the Cubs, but I shut that down pretty quickly tonight.
Very good.
But his whole thing is I don't talk into a microphone? Is that the critique?
No, it's that you're not looking at the camera like we are right here because you're broadcasting. Yeah, he doesn't do any prep, doesn't do any of that stuff. You're looking at your monitor, getting your clips ready, your stuff, your notes, whatever, so that you can talk. He can't do any of that.
This crazy thing, Eric, that John will never experience. I look at the other people in my room with me.
Yes.
I actually have people in the studio that I can look over to while I'm broadcasting. It's crazy.
But you're not looking at him. This is about him. You're not looking at him and addressing him sitting in his filth in his home. You're not acknowledging that he's watching you.
That's a weird critique. I'm not used to that one.
Oh, I'm in trouble because I've been staring at you the whole time. So
I noticed that. It's very fascinating to watch me work on this.
Where's
this
that
show.
leg going under the table?
Heyo.
All right, I'm ticklish. Stop it. Stop it already.
I thought it was Cocktober.
It's not Jocktober. I know we started with the Howard Stern show today. We're doing Jocktober over here. All right, so I lied. John does have a friend over, and he's very excited. Now, this is from yesterday, the day before his birthday. And so Hitman Dan is in town to celebrate his birthday with him. And immediately when John starts up his stream, he's got to prove that he has a friend. And he has to bring him in like it's show and tell.
Hey, Dan, say hi to everybody. Daniel. Say hi, Daniel.
Oh, what's happening? Happy Friday, everybody. Oh, where are we? There we go. Over there.
Oh, yeah, Danny. Dan, yeah, I want to show you one. So there's one guy. Look at this guy. No super chats. See this guy right here? Oh, don't super chat. What a fucking
Super chat.
What a pussy. You know, it's fucking. Oh, don't send them any super chats.
Oh, boy.
Fucking.
Another wanker.
Aren't you amazed by these fucking
Another
people?
wanker. Look at that.
I mean, Danny, could you? I mean, look at these assholes. Like, I mean, it's just not. Look, and they all put L's in here.
Yeah. Sad.
It's fucking.
Sad.
It is fucking crazy, right?
Well, he invites Danny in and then shows him how everyone in his chat hates him.
Yep.
Look at this. They're all like motherfucking me. Can you believe this, Danny? You got to go, Danny. That's enough show and tell for now.
He's trying to goof on it, but he's legitimately mad because he's not getting super chats and actually feels by that guy saying no super chats is influencing other people to not give him money.
Oh, yeah. He hates that.
Yeah.
It pisses him off. He's trying to pretend like, oh, I just play this off. I got all my friends here. I'm just having a great time.
I do enjoy for the last few weeks that L thing really does bother him, that he has to keep saying it in every stream that he does. Oh, look, there's all the L's. That's why they're doing it, because you will mention it.
Well, he tried to own it by saying it's for love.
L for love.
Yeah. He's like, if I just tell them they're saying they love me, then they'll stop doing it. That didn't work.
Just put L and then parentheses, not for love.
Yeah, right. Yeah. L meaning loser. You're a fucking loser. All right, so Danny comes in to say hi, but then it's time to put him back to work, because if Danny's going to be over at John's house, he needs to be working on stuff. But before that, John cracks himself up with this little cute joke.
It's fucking. Hey, your son turns 18 tomorrow. I turn 50.
You're looking good. You're looking good for 50, my man. You're looking.
John's turning 60. And look at the look that he gives to Hitman Dan when he says, I'm turning 50. And he's so proud of himself with this.
I turn 50.
You're looking good. You're looking good for 50, my man. You're looking good for 50.
Thanks, Dan.
Knock him dead.
Yeah, if you want to put that Forrest Gump up, you know. Thanks, J1.
I will find it right now. Close.
It don't matter. Just hang, you know.
I'm on the jar.
Enjoy yourself, and then we'll go out and grab some beer. Let's go.
So John caught himself. He's like, hey, you want to put up that Forrest Gump poster for me? And then he's like, enjoy yourself. He's literally putting this guy to work. All right, I'm going to do my important podcast thing that I do.
Carl, how much are you seething that he's not on the mic?
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
It's not the thing that bothers me about John. It's more the wool suit that I find annoying with John. Yeah, he was turning his head and talking to his friend that whole time, wasn't he?
He does this. It shouldn't bother me as much as it does, but he's one of those people that when they're trying to be the center of attention, I'm the funny guy, I'm the witty guy, has to lead you into the laugh. Like we've all seen when he starts wheezing into the laugh to show you this is where you laugh at what I said.
Yep.
But just right there, he makes the comment and then goes, like he looks around so that makes eye contact. It's like, that was the joke, right? Or he's the guy, if he was in the area with it, he'd be tapping you on the shoulder. Right. Yeah. Like that. Just leave. This
So obnoxious.
Please. Yeah.
All right. So then Clay Dabbler comes on the show and he's like, oh, I have a friend and I have another friend. I got to get these two people to acknowledge that both of them should know I have a friend other than them.
Hey, Dan, say hi to Clay Dabbler.
Jesus. Dan the man.
Come over here and say hi to Clay Dabbler, Danny. No, this is one of my most loyal guests, Dan.
It's just weird Brit that wears a mask.
He's in England, Danny. Maybe we'll go across the pond. Yes, he's in England, but he likes to smoke weed.
Dude.
And he likes to drink his pints.
Oh, look at that.
God.
Yeah, go ahead, say hi.
What's happening, fella?
What's happening, Danny boy?
This is so awkward. Get back in here. He just dismissed him. Brings on Clay. Get back in here, Hitman Dan. You got to say hi to Clay. And what are these two supposed to talk about?
How great John is.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think so. Wow, you know John. You know John longer than I've known John. That's so cool. That must be amazing. And, of course, John has to brag to Clay, his new friend, about how cool him and his old friend, Dan, have been.
Yeah, there you go.
If you only knew the shit that Danny and I did, in our lives, it's fucking unheard of. It's literally unheard of. I don't think
I've heard some of it. Yeah, man.
I'll tell you one.
Boys.
This is a funny one, but it's not really that funny.
Classic Stuttering John.
That's like that clip that the Rico show uses now and then for the interstitials, where it's like, I don't really care, but I do.
I do care.
He does that all the time.
Yes.
He cancels out the statement he just made.
You won't believe what we were getting up to when we were younger. And Clay's like, yeah. I know. I've heard your stupid stories. It's like, no. You don't even know. It's unheard of how crazy we are. And I love the way that Clay leaves this dumb conversation he's having with Hitman Dan. It's very telling.
Take care. Have a good evening, mate. Look after John.
Thanks, Danny.
He needs good friends.
So yeah. Well, Danny's a loyal motherfucker.
Yeah, like I said, he's like your brother. Not really.
I pity the fool that picks a fight with Danny.
I pity the fool.
Well, we've been fighting. Dan. Yeah. We've been fighting since we were like 7 years old. No.
I was like, is he? Should he leave or should he stay with you? He keeps yelling over to Dan.
Do you want this poster up or not?
You're right. It's like, you put me to work and now you're telling me to come back and I don't know what to do.
He said, I pity the guy that would have to mess with Dan. Wasn't he the guy that was limping on a cane that showed up at Shuli's show?
Yeah.
Like a quick trip and he's down on the ground. You already took him out.
Yeah, this is the old man with the cane who goes, if you know what's best for you, stop talking about John. And she went, what? Who are you? And then I was going to say immediately left, but he kind of slowly walked out of the establishment. Did you hear what Clay said at the beginning there? He's like, hey, look after John. He needs good friends.
Yeah.
Like Clay knows what a lonely loser John is, which is why Clay will never give him contact information. Like John's always asking for Clay's phone number. Mm-hmm. Clay knows. Oh, no. I don't need to be the guy that you have to talk on the phone with for an hour because you're lonely and drunk.
Well, especially with the time change too.
Right. He'd call him at 4 a.m. and not know. John would have no idea what time it was there.
Or care.
Yeah. He never understands how any of that works. So you guys ready to hear John's big story? Oh, no, before we do that, actually. So I mentioned that John put Dan to work, and someone in the chat later on brings that up.
How many chores did you have for Dan to do today? Look, don't you worry about it, Ma. Danny and I do favors for each other all day.
Ew.
Ain't that right, Dan?
Ain't there? He's constantly yelling to Dan. It's like, should I just hang out with you in this room? What's going on? Wow, what kind of favors were you thinking there, E-Rock?
I thought you said we weren't doing Jocktober stuff.
Yeah, I know, right? They're both lonely guys. Dan's married, but he's not hitting that. He's not hitting that freak show. So
they're both, hammered late at night. Well, late, like 9:30.
Right.
They're sitting on the couch together watching some free movie on Tubi. And he just kind of, well, maybe. And he just, grabs his hand, puts it in his lap.
Maybe. I'll try anything thrice. Yeah, we find out that Dan fixed like a door for John. And we've just been doing work around the house this whole time that he's been over there. But they're doing favors for each other, which is great.
These doors make me look short.
Can you fix that?
He walks through the equivalent of the pet door for the real door.
Right. That's hilarious. All right, so you guys wanted to hear John's big story. He goes, "You won't believe what we got up to. It's unheard of." And he's like, maybe I should tell you. No, all right, I will tell you.
All right, so we're driving down Syracuse Avenue. And I'm doing like 40, 50, it's like a side street.
Cruising.
Yes. And like almost at the end, there's this main thoroughfare called Broadway. So like that's where all the traffic both ways are with traffic lights and everything. So we're driving down Syracuse and we fucking, he's putting in my ID. So I'm looking at him. And I'm driving at 40, so I would go back and forth, and suddenly we go, whoom, like in Vacation, and we jump. Yeah, we jump, and then land, and we're like, boom, and we're like, at the same time, both turn around, what the fuck was that? We jumped Broadway. So it was like, it had like a hump, so we literally went airborne.
So what was it?
So reckless driving?
We missed all the broads.
Reckless driving is a thing that is unheard of. I was 17 once. Mm-hmm. I was up to some reckless driving.
He didn't drunk drive then. He didn't drunk drive now.
No, but he's jumping. He's the Dukes of Hazzarding over Broadway. Apparently, that was the big crazy story. And I mean, props to Clay. He entertains it, and he's just like, yeah. I mean, I have stories too from when I was young.
That's not really unheard of.
Yeah, it's pretty heard of, actually.
Yeah, it's been heard.
Not that impressive. Quick update on what's going on with John's birthday stream that's happening right now. Flashy Vic says John's current birthday show disaster might be breaking him. John had to scrap one stream because of one of his guests leaked the link on Twitter and Reddit.
Whoops.
Yep, that was the one that Kinky Loco posted in our Discord here. He set up another two simultaneously, which both lasted a second before finally getting one up. Oh, no.
That's our Johnny boy.
Oh, boy. He's having a rough go.
A hard time getting one up.
Yeah, and that's important because it's his birthday, and he wants to get one up really badly on his birthday. He was really counting on today to be a big payday for him. I'm sure he'll do well. I'm sure it'll be good. Well, so that story didn't go over so well, so then John decides, I'll tell another story. I'll just keep the stories coming.
The door opened and he runs down a block to his house.
I was not there. Yeah, we did crazy shit when I was a kid as well.
And then I'll give you one more just to make it three.
So John's telling the story. We don't know the characters. We don't care. And even Clay's just like, yeah, I guess you had to be there. sounds crazy, man. Wow, cool. Good stuff. And then this is a very uncomfortable conversation that happens because John's turning 60. And Clay's like, did you think you'd be a granddad by now? He's got all of his kids are old enough that they would be potentially procreating at this point. John does not like this conversation at all. Give me 1 second. Did you put that up, E-Rock?
Oh, because that showed up in my timeline one day. And I haven't laughed that hard at a John thing in a long time. And I was like, I'm saving that one. So
yeah, that's a fun one. Spelling retard on his forehead with the T in his forehead.
In his brow.
Yeah, his brow. All right. So this is a very uncomfortable conversation.
Still doing. Did you think you'd be like a grandpa by now at 16? Did you look, when you're younger, you think 60's like grandparent.
I never really thought about, I never thought about being a grandparent at all. I mean, I don't anticipate that I'll ever be one, really. Shoot, but yeah. John and Clay all day.
Wow, John wanted to get out of that conversation. Clay's wanted to keep talking about it, and John's like, "Yeah, I don't know about that. Anyway, this guy gave me $5. Let's talk about that."
Clay should have reworded it. He's like, you ever thought about being a dad at this age?
Right. I mean, in John's mind, he's probably thinking, I might be a grandparent at the time. I wouldn't know. My kids wouldn't tell me.
Good point.
If that did happen. And it's also bizarre to say he doesn't think it's going to happen when his son Oscar is this Harvard guy who's going to make a shit ton of money and be very successful in life. Probably, he used to talk about what a ladies' man he was when he was younger. Probably going to be married to some hot piece of ass. Likely to start a family, you would think.
Yeah.
And John just knows, like, I'll never see my grandkids, so let's not talk about it. That's crazy.
Also, I'll be dead soon, so...
Now, there's also that. This is fun. Someone brings up the amount of money that our GoFundMe had raised up until this point. Now, remember, this is yesterday morning. Things have changed quite a bit.
This is kind of funny. These guys, could you imagine if I set up a GoFundMe to pay my...
Oh, is that what they got? Eight
Yeah,
G's.
like, I don't give a shit.
All right, so Scooter Crunch just put $8,435 as the chat. And John immediately knew what that was because he doesn't give a shit. He's obviously not paying attention. I wonder how he knew that was our GoFundMe right
Doesn't
away.
know what the L's in the chat mean, but he knows that number exactly.
He knows that number, even though that number's moving all the time.
John don't need it. Go.
Yeah, but it is kind of like if I did that, it would be like,
you'd be grifting. Yeah.
Oh God, I can't believe it. John doesn't have any money.
Do you reckon you get $8,000?
But they're now going to grift their audience even more so than begging for super chaps and super tips and whatever.
This is what John's doing today. He's begging for super chats. It's the whole point of his birthday show. He's been building up for weeks.
John wants a pair of super chaps for his birthday.
But this is crazy. So John, this fucking asshole, goes, could you imagine if I set up a GoFundMe? You're suing us. I didn't budget hiring a very famous attorney to fight off frivolous lawsuits for this year. That wasn't part of my budget.
But here's the
retard
difference to what he's saying here, because he's so dumb. He goes, imagine if I set that up. Yeah, because you would set that up for yourself and everyone would shit on you. You guys didn't set this up. This is Dr. Steve grifting the audience to help you guys out. You guys didn't set this up. That's the difference. He has nobody that would do this for him.
We're promoting this GoFundMe that Dr. Steve wanted to set up for us because he also thought that this frivolous lawsuit is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. John's attorney's already filed 3 versions of the complaint.
I mean, he got his name wrong.
He got his own name wrong. Like there's so much fucking paperwork, and for John to not understand the difference here, and also this number is now up to let me hit a little refresh here. $17,394. That's gone up a lot since yesterday morning. Thank you very much for your generosity, everybody. FightTheDabbler.com.
Do you think off air he's yelling at Clay? It's like, why don't you start up a GoFundMe for me?
Well, especially when he sees that number, that's what gets John upset more than anything else, is seeing Shuli and me make money. He fucking hates that. Especially because it's because of him that we're making this money. Yeah. It's like people who want us to win and take John out with the anti-slap motion.
Do you think he's getting ready to amend the lawsuit again, that you're now making money off the fact he's suing you? And he should get some of that money.
It's going to go from $850,000 to $867,000. Nope, $868,000. Hold on, let's revise it again. So it turns out that John actually did think about creating a GoFundMe for himself.
Oh, no.
I mean, like I was even thinking about it, but I'm like, nah, no, I'm not going to, it's so pathetic in my honesty.
Would you be embarrassed if you only got like 50 quid or something?
No, I would definitely get money.
I love Clay. I love his low-key trolling. He's like, yeah, would you be embarrassed if you got like $50 or something like that? Because that is what would happen. It would not. He'd have Ditka 89 and maybe Vegas beer sales.
I'm telling you, behind the scenes, he's trying to convince somebody to set up one for him so that he can say, I didn't set this up. They did it. And if it made a lot of money, great. If it didn't, he could still pawn that off too and say, I didn't set this up. It only made that much money. That's not me. I'm not doing this.
He quit or something.
No, I would definitely get money. But I don't. I wouldn't want to grift my audience to try and pay my legal fees, because what they did was wrong, and especially, I mean, it's against the law. So I don't know, I don't give a shit what their, opinion is.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's so flustered by this. John just said I broke the law. That's slander.
It sure is.
He just said I broke the law. I've not broken the law. It's slanderous that he would say something like that. You should watch his mouth.
You should go look up the definition of slander and put that on the screen.
Yeah.
And then read it to the class.
I definitely, because people probably don't know what that means. It's crazy that he was actually thinking about starting up a GoFundMe to fund a frivolous lawsuit that he brought against us. He's trying to sue us for $850,000. He's like, and also, can you help me raise money so I can sue these guys for $850,000? What's in it for us, John? Why would anyone want to do that? He really is amazing. And I love the chemistry that him and Clay Dabler have. They've been doing this a long time now.
It's so fucking...
So, are you doing anything in real life for your birthday? Like not just an online stream? Were you going out for dinner with Dan and his lovely wife?
Dan's wife is not here. So I am going out with Danny and my friend.
Bro, I don't remember, bro. You shouldn't be doing too much of that.
Are you on caffeine today?
Why?
Because you don't shut up.
I interrupted you. Go on. I'm sorry. You were rude to me. I asked you a question and I interrupted your answer.
Okay.
So these two just are terrible at broadcasting together. And Clay is just a very nervous guy. He's always talking and making noises and fidgeting with stuff. And John just can't take it.
Okay.
I'm all right. Oh, wait,
Here we go. Man, you are a noisy motherfucker, dude.
I know. Just give me a couple of seconds.
Fucking jittery.
That's what you put your weed in. You put your weed in there.
Did you do cocaine or something?
No, I smoked hella weed.
Do you have any?
Jesus, look at all those noises.
Look at all those noises.
Look at all those noises.
Idiot.
That's why I pulled that clip. Because he was getting so irritated with Clay throughout this episode. He always does. Because Clay is not a good broadcaster. And look at all those noises, my favorite. Meanwhile, John slams on his keyboard. It's nonstop. It's just like, you're being noisy. Oh, I'm the one? Noisy? Okay.
John can only focus on one thing at a time. So if something's distracting him, he loses his mind because he can only keep that train of thought for so long.
And he wants to blame other people for fucking up. So if he gets distracted and forgets what he's doing, it's Clay's fault, not the fact that John has no attention span. And this asshole is trying to convince himself and the rest of us that he's going to take the LSAT and pass it in January.
LSAT.
Right. He's learned not to say LSATs anymore, but he says he's going to take the LSAT and pass it in January. And he says that he retains information. He actually said, it usually takes 3 years for me to probably be 2 because I retain information so well and I test so well. So this is a very easy question. The LSAT questions will be much more difficult than this.
Do you know what LSAT stands for now?
Yeah.
Go on, what is it?
I forgot.
It's
legal something aptitude test?
No. Legal something.
Something actually works.
Oh, shit. Application test. Legal. It's an application because you're applying, isn't it?
I guess
legal
so.
Something application test. Oh, fuck. I did
Look
love it.
who it is. Pocky. You can't quit me.
It's amazing. John has to lie.
Yeah.
Do you know what else that stands for? Yeah, of course I do. What is it? I don't know.
I didn't think you were going to do that,
I didn't think
Clay.
there were any follow-up questions on this.
Legal stupid ass test.
He'll fail the test, like you get a certain amount of points just for writing your name on there, and he'll find a way to fail that. He can't figure out the name of the actual test that he's taking.
It's incredible. And for some reason, Clay can't let it go. So he keeps trying to figure out what it is.
John, is it legal school application test?
Law school application.
Law school application.
That's
legal school. Law school.
Still got it wrong. It's the law school admission test. Law school admission test. We learned about this just a few days ago, John.
And I retained it.
I know, holy shit. Because it's so obvious. He really is bad at this. Last clip I have on here, John talking about how he calls me a Juth Do It.
Oh, yeah.
Which definitely doesn't mean that I'm a gay man. That's not what he means at all. And of course, Clay's going to agree with him.
So did you hear when I had Abba on? And, a lot of these guys are trying to say, when I say just do it, it's somehow, it's like a gay.
We're insinuating Cole's gay.
Yeah, but it's not. That's just
exactly how he said it. Yeah.
You let me finish.
I fucking love that because he goes, people are saying that when I say just do it, I'm insinuating the car. And Clay's like, yeah, you're insinuating the Carl's gay. No, I'm not doing that. Oh, you're not? That's what everyone thinks, and that's exactly what you're doing. So where this leads to, and I don't have the clip because it goes on way too long, John goes to find this episode of Rob Saul where he's like, Carl says this phrase, and I'm telling you, he just has this inflection where, of course, people are going to make fun of him for it. And he goes to the video, and it's the full episode. He goes, oh, shit, I thought this was a clip. All right, hold on, let me find it. And he starts scrubbing through, and he's looking for stuff.
It takes fucking forever.
You've seen this.
Yes.
And then he finds the part, and he starts watching it, and he hears me say something. He goes, oh, that was it. No, that's not it. He repeats it a couple times, like, all right, I guess that's not it. And then he's watching it some more, and Clay's talking. He's yelling at Clay. It's this crazy back and forth. He finally finds it, the thing that he wanted to show, and he played it half dozen times. And it's me saying, okay. The word okay, he was so focused. I was okay, like John's like recreating it. Like I was like, okay. It was wild to watch because he was like reinventing how I talk while he's doing it. There's so many things to make fun of me for. That's my point. How is he not finding any of the good ones? Cardiff is in the Discord right now. I feel bad because look at all those noises was going to be the next to Poke a Dabbler. Because that would have been a tough one for us to get. But unfortunately, we're watching too, Cardiff. But speaking of which, MLP, you play Topoka Dabbler, the home version, right?
The home version.
Are you good at it?
No.
Get confident, stupid. Let's poke a dabbler together, shall we?
It's time for everyone's favorite new game show, To Poke a Dabbler. What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? And Carl, are you ready to poke a dabbler?
And by the way, I also played guitar on The Tonight Show in front of millions. I played on Conan in front of millions. But now I'm going to throw together a party so I can get on stage. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Ever. And they believe it. And they actually believe this false narrative. They just, it doesn't matter what good I do. They will make it bad. Look, don't you remember Nikki B? Don't you remember when her husband was going through chemo and she didn't want to do a GoFundMe because she was afraid of the trolls? So I took it upon myself to tell people if they want to donate, I'll get the money to her, which I did, along with a mini iPad. That did work.
What did John say next? Here are your choices. Number 1, she just needed a new charging cable. B, I bought it from one of my pals at the pub. Next, was it brand new? Latest model? No, but it worked. 4, and my mother even sent her $100. And lastly, all of the above.
Oh, wow.
To poke a dabbler.
Damn. Okay. I always go first on this game. I think it's 4, and my mother even sent her $100. But wow, that last one really put a twist on things. What do you think, E-Rock?
I was thinking it's B, but lastly is really appealing because it all seems to make sense because he can't do anything anything that he would consider good without having to brag and give you nonsense details that led up to him doing the good thing.
Especially because he knows that the iPad didn't work. So he has to be like, oh, they say it didn't work, but I got a cable. They just needed a different cable for it. My mom gave $100 and I got it from the... Yeah, I can see that.
I'm going to go with lastly.
All right, MLP, what do you think?
No, I'm taking B. I'm taking Evox B.
Okay. And producer Chris, what do you think?
I'm going lastly, and I will explain. I hardly ever explain.
Okay.
But after listening to all the first four, I said, if he's doing all of the above, I'm taking it, and it came up. So I got to go with my instinct.
You were ready for it.
Yeah. And I like giving him an L.
I will tell you why I took 4. It's because I don't know that he was the one who told us he bought the iPad from a guy at the pub. I think that was a story that came out later. But I could be wrong about that.
I feel like he's never going to put any effort into going shopping, so it'd be easy to buy it at the pub.
That's true. All right.
And that's where he shops.
That's where he shops, at the pub.
Don't you remember when her husband was going through chemo and she didn't want to do a GoFundMe because she was afraid of the trolls? So I took it upon myself to tell people if they want to donate, I'll get the money to her, which I did, along with a mini iPad. That did work. And my mother even sent her $100.
Yes! Yes!
Wow.
Fuck
She
yeah!
talking to my mother all the time. But what do these people do? Pocky says it was a scam. And before you know it...
That is the funniest answer because that's nothing to do with him.
Oh, yeah.
And my mother even gave $100.
Look over there.
Yeah, great, John. Well done.
Everything has to have a qualifier.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's crazy. Yeah, that's such a non sequitur, too. It did work. And my mother gave her $100 and she could buy an updated mini iPad for that, probably.
All the trolls run with what I'm doing as a nice gesture suddenly becomes a scam and suddenly becomes something that is portraying me as a bad guy. And this happens time and time again. And they do it all the time.
That's all for this time. Come back next time to find out if you are man enough to poke a dabbler.
It's in my nature.
Sit, Eugene, sit. Good dog.
Who are these